Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva. I am bringing you another episode of Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 6, The Price of Fame. Hey, we still working on the new office, okay? I got that hello sign, and if I light it up, you can't see it real good, okay, unless it's in the dark. But I got that hello sign from Dollar General for a penny. Ooh, hello, hello, hello. And my one of my subbies sent me this msyelladiva sign, but you really can't see it. It's got to be a little bigger, but I appreciate them for sending it to me, and I appreciate you. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, honey. This msyelladiva. If you are new here, welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, 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 yes. We do TV movie reviews here. And if you are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hello. All right now. Give me a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And we will begin. All right. Let's get serious on this. Okay. So, famous, the Kanan family. Kanan's family. Okay. Because I don't even know. Oh, the Thomas family. The Thomas family. They are throwing like a little get together or whatever for famous at Lou's bar. Okay. And so they're all, pouring out a little liquor on the floor and stuff. Somebody got to clean that up. But they pouring out a little liquor for, famous and stuff like that. Then the whole family, Famous's family comes. And, they have a little get together at Lou's bar. So Rock was like, listen, Kanan wants payback for Famous's unaliving. Okay, he won't pay back. And Lou said, well, he ain't the only one. And so Rock was like, I thought you wasn't into this no more. He said, I can make an exception for Famous. I said, okay. And Juke wants a piece of whoever did it too. Okay. So all of the family, except for Marvin. Marvin and Rock, but Lou, Kanan, and Juke want a piece of whoever unalived Famous. But Marvin is staring at Juke. He was like, he want to keep her close enough to him, but far enough away that she don't get into the stupid shit that he get into, basically. And I don't think that's gonna work, Sure Shack. Okay, I don't think that's gonna work because Juke, we'll see in this episode, Juke is kind of long gone right now. So yeah. So Rock told Kanan, Fame wouldn't want you to give payback. He will want you to just keep on doing what you're doing, which is selling drugs. So I can't, And Famous didn't even want, he didn't want no parts of the drug scene either. So, Fame, I don't know. But Kanan walked away, so he, as always, he ain't listening to his mama. Okay, he is not listening to his mama. So then Rock goes to Juke and it's like, you need to stay on your cousin because he in his head right now, and so you need, he in a bad place. You need to stay on your cousin. Juke said, okay. We'll see it later in the episode. Okay. All right. Anyway, Unique meets with Mr. Russo. Okay. He's like, I got all my pieces in place. I got back with my connect because his connect was Quan. And since Quan kicked uh, what's that child name? Rock to the curb. You know, he gonna do business and also, raise the price on Unique too. Okay. Or he just gonna already have an elevated price because he raised the price on Rock without giving her fair warning. So, Unique said to Mr. Russo, all I need is money and muscle. Well, I thought you was coming with money and muscle to Mr. Russo, okay? And I don't understand. I thought you was coming with money and muscle because he said get a team together, but you ain't getting no team. So all you need is the money and the muscle from Mr. Russo. But Mr. Russo was like, listen, I'm going to give you this number for Akbar. And he's out in Trenton. And he got everything you need. Okay. So we'll see what Akbar got in Trenton. All right. So Rock meet with David. Okay. David is high as giraffe coochie. Okay. He is so high. Okay. He is high as a kite. Okay. He's sniffing. He doing lines on the table while they talking. Okay. So he ain't listening. Rock said, we gotta move this product. Y'all got these trucks. We gotta move this product. And so then he talking about having mixers with his family and Rock's family. That's what he want to do. He want to have a mixer to get to know everybody. Okay. Rock said, we ain't having no party until this stuff get moved. Okay. So until our shit get moved, we not doing no parties or nothing. So David was like, okay, business first. I just wanted to put the bug in your ear. And so Rock was like, it's there. Okay. Well, she can't talk to him. He is high as a kite. High as giraffe coochie. I swear to God he high. So they leave, because they really can't get nowhere with him because he high. He don't know what he's talking about. he's so...
I don't know. Seems kind of gay to me.
Yeah. He don't know what's going on. So Rock mad. They leave. Rock mad at Marvin for unaliving Terry, who has some sense. But he unalived Terry because he said he was going to the police. And so Rock was like, well, he was going to get himself in trouble too. And he was like, no, he said he wasn't scared of going to jail and stuff like that. Whatever the case may be. She said, so now we got to deal with what she said. She said, how now we got to deal with a coke sniffing Chinese Martha Stewart. she was like, this is what we got to deal with, okay? To get this stuff moved, okay? So, oh God, poor baby. And so Rock was like, Safis wants to meet with my team. I can't take the Chinese Martha Stewart, the coke sniffing Chinese Martha Stewart to him. So I got to figure out something else. She was just like, but she told him, she said, this is on you. Since you unalived the same one, okay, you got to deal with that. So you got to keep him in line. So Marvin was like, golly, I got to deal with all of this. Excuse me. I got to deal with all of this. So meanwhile, Kanan goes back to his old apartment. All his little all his little homies, his little workers are sitting on the couch. And so he asking all these dudes, like, y'all hear anything about who unalive famous? And so everybody's like, I don't know nothing, I don't know nothing, I don't know nothing. So Kanan, was about to leave. So OC used a snitch. But OC said, well, y'all want the dead to work? Okay. Y'all want the dead to work? And so Kanan stopped in his tracks and he turned around. You said there ain't no more work. Yeah, we got just a little left. Yeah, cause you sniffing up all the product too, like David over there. Okay, you sniffing up all the product too. But Kanan's like, you need. He said, I can't get a straight answer out of you. It is a net flying around here and it's irritating me to death. Yeah, he said, I can't get a straight answer out of you. Anyway, Lou goes to AA. I was about to say AAA. He ain't getting his car towed. Anyway, he go to AA and about losing famous, what he should have did in the first place. Meanwhile, Juke is eating cereal, contemplating famous, and go gets Marvin's gun up under the couch cushion. And then OC follows Kanan to that storage facility where he keeping his reserves just in case, anything happen. Okay. So, meanwhile, Detective Asshole Garcia is harassing famous mama about information. And so he said Sean was working with the NYPD about an investigation of a cop's murder. And so she said, well then that means one of your dirty cops ran their mouth and they sold out her son. That's what that means. Okay, that's what that means. So she thinking that the cops did it just like everybody else. Cause she said, so basically they ran their mouth. So either they ran their mouth to some people who was going to kill Raymond for, whatever reason they got something on them. If you unalive famous, then we keep you out of jail. Or they did it themselves. Whatever the case may be, she think that the police is behind it because she's been looking for famous and going to the police all this time, and they kept giving her to run around. Asshole Garcia said he a fugitive because there's a warrant out for his arrest. So he a fugitive. He said he was on the run. So famous mama ain't even she ain't even putting up with the whole okie doke. She think that the cops are behind it. Hey, I don't blame her. She moving with her daughter just to back to LA. Anyway, so grandma lying in the little hospital bed and everything like that. Lou come and visit her. So she asked Lou, could he give her the lethal injection? She asked Marvin, and Marvin said he couldn't do it. And so she didn't want to ask Lou because he a little sensitive and rock too hard. Okay. But she did ask baby Lou to give her the lethal injection. So Lou can't do it either, and he said that He's not scared of what it'll do to her. He's scared of what it'll do to him. Okay, and because he will probably feel guilty and he'll probably go back to drinking. And so he ain't for that. He ain't for that. So he said, "No, I can't do it. She gonna have to get her hard daughter to give her the lethal injection. Cause her sons can't do it. Her sons can't do it. So Unique finally get a haircut and and some new clothes, some new gaudy clothes." Yeah, some new gaudy clothes. Okay, so anyway, Kanan asked around about who killed Famous, and so they said that it's Freddie's crew because Famous killed Freddie, so it's Freddie's crew. We got Killer Keith, Quells, Lumi, and Tonka. They don't sound like no killers, but we gonna keep with this. Okay, that's Freddie's crew. Okay, Killer Keith, Quells, Lumi, and Tonka. They are so called responsible for killing Famous. Okay, okay. So Lou won't be killer. Okay, so Lou's in the studio with B Killer. He doing his rhymes and whatever. So he said, "Cut, come on out." So Lou wants B Killer to elevate his rhymes. Give some more metaphors, some allegory, and all that other stuff. And he was like, "I don't know what you talking about, dog. I don't know what you talking about." Okay, but he want him to go deeper. And B Killer ain't with it because he probably don't understand it. Anyway. So he go off on because B Killer just wants some money to take care of his daughter, okay? Because his baby mama is on him about giving some money. He bought some diapers, but no, she wants some money, okay? However they want to do it, okay, baby. Your diapers is good, but if the rent is due, you may need some money, okay. But so yeah, he won't he go off on Lou, and Lou was like, "Listen, I'm going to leave before I do something that I'm not supposed to be doing." He was like, "You can do it. You can do it." He was like, "No, you don't want that." And and Lou left. Oh, left B Killer in there in the studio like, okay, now what I'm going to do. Anyway, so Rock meets up with Safis and brings Stefano. Okay, that's her crew because, because she couldn't bring high as a kite David, so she brings Stefano, and so Stefano was talking to Safis and all that other stuff, and so Rock gives him a number. She said that's the ceiling. Okay, that's the ceiling. I can't go no higher. So, but he was like, well, listen, we got to build warehouses and stuff like that in the city. And she was like, that's not my problem. This is the number, and I can't go no higher than that. And Stefano gonna say, that's why we don't allow women in the boardroom. Shut up, Tony Danza. Shut up. Shut up. I still love you. Okay. Shut up. Anyway, they all agreed to the terms. They toast, and moving on. So Kanan's staking out these boys, okay? And as I thought, these boys look like a broke down bootleg Boys in the Hood. Ricky, Doughboy, Trey, and Chris without the wheelchair. Okay, that's exactly what they look like. That's exactly what they look like. Chris went out the wheelchair, okay? I was like, these boys ain't killed nobody, okay? But he does see a gun on one of them. And so he drive off because he think that they got it's 4 guns because it's 4 people, and it would have been 4 guns to one. Whatever the case may be, they don't look like they did nothing. Okay. Anyway, so Juke is having target practice. Okay, going in the warehouse, shooting up bottles and stuff like that. Whatever. Rock goes to Kanan's apartment to see Crystal. I don't like Crystal, how she talked to Rock. I really don't. Okay. And I think she get that little attitude from Kanan, how he talked to his mama. Okay. So she feel like she can talk to his mama. Oh, no, you can't, boo. No, you can't. Anyway. So Crystal answered the door talking about Kanan ain't here. Bitch. Okay, sorry. Bring it down. Okay. Kanan ain't here. And so she was like, well, do you know? And Rock was polite. Do you know where he went? I don't keep track of him like that. Rock, you better than me. You better than me, because I'd have cussed that bitch out. But she still kept her cool. She got a little a smirky grin, you know. She was just like, like, bitch, I got your number. Okay. She said, Rock said, well, you a smart girl. You need to keep tracking him because he's in his head right now. And we don't know what he gonna do. And so she was just like, yeah, I can see that he in his head. But Rock said, well, I got some good news for him, because, you know, she about to be a distributor now. Okay. So she said, I got some good news for him. She said, tell him I stopped by. And so she was like, yeah, I will. But I don't like how she talked to Rock. I don't like that. So Lou feel like he gonna drink again. So he called Jess to the bar, because he had a little drink in front of him. He felt like he gonna drink again. After his mama told him she wanted him to unalive her and stuff like that. So he felt like he was gonna drink again. And so he called famous sister Jess to, you know, help him. And so they helped each other. Okay. So they go to the studio and smash. Okay. Yeah. They go to the studio and smash. All right. Unique. He goes back to his tacky furs and his tacky jewelry. Okay. He is back. Tacky and all. Back. All right. He go to Akbar. Akbar looked like a broke down Biggie Smalls. Okay. But he go to Akbar in Trenton, New Jersey. And then Akbar sent him some soldiers, because he said that my soldiers cost, and I don't think you can afford them. And then Unique said, I wouldn't be here if I couldn't afford them. And so I guess Unique gonna get this money from Russo. Since he ain't got no money, he wanted money and muscle. So he got to get the money from Russo to purchase these soldiers from Trenton. Okay, he said he got what he need, but he got, you know. So Akbar said he sold him some soldiers. That's what it is. He sold him some soldiers. Okay. So Juke tries to sneak in past Marvin, and Marvin was like, what the fuck you doing, Juke? And so she was like, nothing. And so he like, where my gun at? Okay, where my gun at? She said, I took it for target practice. You know, I was good at it in the army. Marvin was like, where is your head at? And so then she had to, you know, basically, you know, cut to the chase. She was like, well, you know, being back at home, the army, famous, you know, she said that all of it is just, you know, messing with my head. And so Marvin was like, that's what I was saying when you unalived your friend's man. that you'll be good at one point, and then all of a sudden you're not good. That's why he wanted her to talk, and she was like, "I ain't nothing to talk about." She could, she was happy that he wasn't there anymore. So that's why she was like, "It ain't nothing to talk about." That's why he wanted her to talk. And so then Juke was like, "Well, I am you. We are a lot more alike than we are unalike, or than we are different." And so Marvin was like, "I don't want you to have any part of me that has you carrying a gun. I don't want you to have any part of me that has you carrying a gun." And so Juke was like, "Well, I'm already there though." She said, "But I think I've been running from it." And he said, "Well, keep on running. Keep on running." Keep on running. Yeah. Keep on running. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Keep on running. Okay. He said, "Because I'm only good for one thing, and that's bad." Okay. So give me back my motherfucking gun. Now. That's what he said. Give me back my motherfucking gun. Now, Juke. Now. Okay. So he was like, I'm only good for one thing, and it's bad. Okay. So I feel Marvin, that he trying to keep his daughter out of this business. But you ain't gonna keep your daughter. Well, eventually she gonna be a cop because the older Juke, the Princess and the Frog Juke, was a cop. I think she was a dirty cop, but she was a cop though. In power. So, I think she eventually should supposed to become a cop. I don't know. Anyway, so Marvin goes to visit Early. Early was like, he trying to get out this bookie game, okay, because he was like, he gotta chase down a lot of people to get paid, and he was like, I ain't trying to do all that. But Marvin was looking like, "Well, what you want me to do about it? You better get this stuff together, because if you don't look good, Marvin don't look good in Stefano's eyes." Okay, so you gonna have to put up or shut up, Early. Okay. Imani comes to the studio with Lou. And so she finds Jess's jewelry, and she get a little jealous. Oh, but she winning. Oh, winning, and we ain't got no they the all. Oh, she get a little jealous. Okay. Anyway, so Kanan goes to Juke the next day, and he was like, "You want to put in some work?" And Juke was like, "Yep." And so she get Marvin gun again. Okay. And so they case out the Boys in the Hood rejects. Okay. Ricky, Doughboy, Trey, and Chris without the wheelchair. Okay. Yeah. They think kill Famous, and they ain't kill nothing. So now they got 2 guns instead of 1 gun. But they still supposed to have 4 guns. So they'll figure it out. So Juke distracts the boys, and then Kanan walk up talking about who killed Famous. And so they was like, we ain't kill him. They was like, and he was like, y'all killed him to revenge Freddie's death. And they were like, Freddie stole from us. We didn't care nothing about Freddie. Freddie stole from us. He wasn't good to us either, so we didn't care nothing about Freddie. Okay. So Doughboy said he heard it was the police. He said that Famous knew about some cops being dirty, so they snatched him up and put him down. That what Doughboy said. Now Juke don't believe him. She don't believe him. She trying to put in work. Okay, so she got these boys crying and everything. Because she looking a little psycho. Yeah, she trying to put in work. But Kanan does believe them because, his daddy was a dirty cop. And he know about a lot of dirty cops in the NYPD. So he tends to believe him because I think he knew more about Famous. Anyway, so yeah, I think he tends to believe him. So he was like, okay, we're gonna leave y'all alone. And Juke just looking, she smiling real, she looked real psychotic. Okay, she looked real psychotic. Okay. Like she really wanted to put in some work. Okay, yeah. So anyway, so B Killer meets with some kind of like poet, guru or something, natural herbs and stuff. His name was Kenyatta. Okay, and so he got a little natural bookstore and all that other stuff. So he go, and I'm thinking he gonna go talk to him about getting some metaphors, some allegory, whatever the other stuff he want. I'm thinking he gonna try to improve his rhyming, so that way, he can so him and Luke can work together and stuff like that. No, he trying to get a little setup to rob the record label exec. And he was like, I thought he was a positive black man. What the hell? Okay, what the hell? He go over there trying to see if he down for, to hit a lick. I thought he was going over there to improve his rhymes. That's what I thought. I thought he was going to improve his rhymes, and he trying to get him to hit a lick. No. No. No, don't do it. I can understand he's trying to get some money quick, but come on now. You about to go back to jail. And you're gonna take Kenyatta, whatever his name is, with you. Okay, now his store gonna be closed and stuff. Come on. Anyway. Let me give you some other one. Rock comes home and finds Unique in the kitchen eating butter pecan ice cream. Okay. And so Rock look like this. I just had to. I had to. Anyway, that was the end of the episode. Give me a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe, and comment to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.